Hey, CI's family, it's good to see you. Well, though I'm saying this, I don't really see you. You see me. I'm really sorry that I'm not there at this moment. I wish I could be there and talk to you in person and did my preaching thing to you in person. But I'm really sorry that I can't be there today. As you already know, we are finding a new lead pastor over our network, which includes CIC. And as you well know already, I am the final candidate, and we're gonna do voting via text soon. I think it's on already. So I have to be the one who's speaking to you this Sunday via video as the final lead pastor candidate for the network. But it's good to see you. I'm happy to be with you. This year 2025, I've been a co-leading lead pastor for this network since I got elected to be the final candidate in the last year. And as I was doing this, I experienced like some of the leadership thing here and there, and I also got some teachings and trainings from here and there. And there was actually one picture that I saw that kind of shows my feeling, kind of going through this voting and waiting to be elected to be your lead pastor for the coming era. And this is it. This is the photo. You see, this guy here, he's proposing to the girl. But if you see the guy in the background, you see, the guy in the background, he's not happy. He's nervous because his girlfriend is looking at this guy, the other guy proposing to his girlfriend, and this girl now has expectation, right? Mine must be on the way, you know. I'm looking forward to my time. And then the guy sitting with her has this, again, very nervous face because I can see that this guy is like, am I ready? Am I ready to propose? So I think this picture kind of shows what kind of feeling I've been going through this year. I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm next, but am I really ready? CIC is a highly transitional church. Transitional church. People come and go, and I mean, obviously, it's English-speaking church in Korea, Daejeon in Korea, and people here in Korea, they don't speak English as their first language. They speak Korean. So people who come to English-speaking church, many of them happen to be people who stay here in Korea, in Daejeon, not for long term. So we've had some of our church members came and we saw them leaving. So this is highly transitional church. But as a highly transitional church as we are, I think CIC gotta become a church. It gotta be the church that welcomes those people who arrived here at Daejeon, looking for their home church where they feel belonging. We want to be that church. So I like to be a leader who leads this church to continue to be that welcoming, that open church to the people outside of church. But at the same time, I just don't want our church, CIC, to be the church for the sojourners or people who just come and go. This church also gotta be a local church that can become a home church to the people who are here for long term. So that when people can see, when they see CIC, they may feel, okay, I can be a member of this church. I can belong to this church as my home for a longer period of time, not just for short term. So I like to build more stability in this church to be the church to be the gathering of the believers who are here for long term. But at the same time, I want this church. I like to lead this church to be the church that welcomes people who come and go. And it's not just gonna happen with on my own, obviously. I don't have all those skills and everything, but with you guys and with Pastor Larry, with our deacons, and with everybody's effort and work, I will try to lead this church to be that kind of a church. I also like to keep and even build further the relationship with TCIS. TCIS is amazing school. Was generous enough to host us using their facility. We are very grateful to be here and to be near TCIS. We do some of partnership work with TCIS, but I like to do more. I like to build this relationship with the school, even to go deeper and further. So in many ways, I want to, not just me, but with, again, your help, everybody's help, want to do that. So those are things. But one more. Some of you may think that once Pastor Sunny became the lead pastor, would it be like gone away all the time and we're not gonna see him like never? No. I'll be with you. I'll be still your pastor with Pastor Larry, and I will meet you 1 month out of 3, like I always did. And you can call me anytime. I will go there, meet with you guys, and we'll eat together. We'll have fellowship. I will still be your pastor, so don't worry about that. Okay. So that those the three things are the promises that I can make to you guys as a final candidate to be your lead pastor. And I like to show you the passage of the day, which is Book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 6. It goes like this: Be strong and courageous, for you shall cause this people to inherit the land that I swore to their fathers to give them. Verse 7, only be strong and very courageous, being careful to do according to all the law that Moses my servant commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right hand or to the left, that you may have good success wherever you go. This story is happening in the book of Joshua. Moses now is his dad, and he God appointed Joshua to be the successor of his leadership. Now, the words God is giving to Joshua is be strong and be courageous. And God repeats this to Joshua over and over again. As a person who's coming after the first leader, Pastor John, I kind of feel this guy, Joshua's heart. When God says, be courageous, multiple times, I think the reason is Joshua himself, he's now scared. He's scared. Now I kind of can see that. Now Moses, the leader he was following, is gone. Now he's got this responsibility to lead his people, but now he sees that. I mean, he doubts. He questions. Am I really qualified? Do I have the things that I need to lead my people? And he knows and he admits that I don't have that. So he's scared. He's nervous. I think that's why God repeats giving these words to Joshua. Be strong and be courageous. Be courageous. You know, you got to have that courage. I feel the same way. To be honest with you, I love Pastor John. I've been following him since when I was high school, and when he started Riverside Church like 28 years ago. I've known him like since then, and throughout the whole journey, I was with him, and he shown amazing leadership. And I never imagined that I would be the one who can fill up that shoe, that gap. But now I'm in the spot. And I have the same feeling probably Joshua had. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I know. I don't look that nervous. I don't look that scared. But I am. I'm like, wow, what am I going to do? But I hear the same words from God to me that that God told Joshua, be strong and be courageous. And the reason why God is saying, be strong and be courageous to Joshua is that he's actually clarifying that you are not going to be the one who's making things work. You're not gonna be the one get things done. I'm the one who gets things done. That's why you don't have to be scared. Be courageous. I will do it. It's not you doing it. So I hear the same voice. Am I qualified to be your lead pastor? I don't think so. I am short to be qualified in every area of my life. So I'm scared. I'm nervous. But I hear God's voice here. Same thing. Be courageous. Be strong. You're not the one who's doing it. I'm the one who's doing it. So if that's the case, I'll try to rely on Him and try to do things that are the tasks that are given to me. Recently, I experienced a similar thing. Last year, when Pastor John announced his retirement, I was like, okay, then I better leave. I gotta leave with him. That's what I thought. So I was getting ready to leave the church. So one of the things that I prepared was because I had to make money to feed my family. So was that my wife running 소 공부방, which is like study room for little kids. And what you do is you can give a private tutor to the little kids in that space, and they can come and study there, and you get monthly fee from the parents. So my wife did a little research, so maybe we can try that. So we are preparing to start one of the little children's study room. And then beginning of this year, actually, there was a person that I knew in Daejeon city. She said there's a good spot for study room opened up. It was a first floor of apartment building. And so it's easy for little kids to reach in because first floor, it's hard to get. The first floor apartment unit was opened up, available. I was like, wow, that's great. And there was elementary school, very close to that room, that unit. And there was 1,200 elementary school kids in the school. Nowadays in Korea, population is been decreasing, right? So it's hard to find that kind of school nearby that has that many students. So 1,200 students, elementary school students right there, that school right there, and middle school right next to it too. We were like, wow, the location is great. But we didn't have the money. We had to make a deposit money to get the house. So we were like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? But there was an investor. There's a person, well, actually, it was my mother-in-law. She was like, well, if that's what you're planning, daughter, I'll loan you some money. So we actually got enough money for the deposit to get the apartment unit. Wow, now we got the location, we got 2 schools, we got the deposit money. We feel like, wow, God is working. Now God provides everything to us. We're like, wow, that's great, that's amazing. And then we had to get some stuff like chairs and desks, those kind of stuff to fill up the study room, right? But there's the friend of ours, there's a couple, and they were leaving the country, and they ran out this little 학원, and then we're like, since they were going to Japan, so we're going to Japan, so why don't you can use our desks and chairs and everything. We can just give them to you for free. I'm like, really? I'm like, yeah. So we got the free chairs and desks and everything. So good location, good schools. We got the deposit money, chairs and desks for free, like whiteboard, everything was there. We were like, wow, God provides everything. We're like, God has been answering our prayer. So we started a thing, study room. My wife actually started a thing. We're like, wow, what kind of amazing thing God's gonna show us. He prepared everything for us. Now we're gonna see the great work God's gonna do in this study room. Wow, amazing success will come. And then next 5 months, we haven't got any student. No student at all. 0. We're like, nobody came to this study room. We're like, wow. So we kept losing money. So I was like, I didn't understand. I was like talking to God. God, I don't get this. You provide the location. You provide two schools, and you provide the deposit money. You provide free chairs and desks. But we haven't got any student. And we prayed and prayed throughout those 5 months span. We were like, God, send a student. We're ready. But God didn't send us any. Nobody. We couldn't make any income at all. So it didn't really make sense to us. So we shut down the study room and we got rid of it. And like I said, I kept talking to God. What's the point of this, God? What is it? But I was actually thinking, since we're running this study room on weekdays, I can maybe do a Bible study a weeknight. About 20 plus people started coming. It was Thursday night. And one of the people who came, he came all the way from Incheon. That's like 3 hour driving. And once a week, he kept coming. So I was wondering, why did you come all the way here from that far? And then he introduced himself to me. He shared his story. He was a very famous doctor in the Incheon area. And what happened is recently he got divorced, and he was really deeply wounded, and he didn't know what to do. He was looking for the point of his life. But as he came to our Bible study learning back then, we're reading Joshua. Yeah, the same book. We're reading Joshua, and he said throughout that Bible study, his wounds, his heart got healed. Months later, I got the text from his sister, basically saying, "My brother, doctor, remember him?" I was like, "Yeah." And he said he got so much healing and recovering from the Bible study. He got re-inspired to live his life, and he decided to donate a large amount of money to World Vision and to be a supporting member of that organization. And in the statement he submitted to the organization, he said, literally in his form, he said, I got inspired by the Bible study that I did with the Pastor Sonny. That's why my life is now reshaped, and I want to live my life now, not for myself, but for other people, but for glory of God. Everything was amazing. When I heard that story, I was like, oh, this is how God worked. Oh, though I didn't make any money from it. This person, got the healing that he needed. So I was like, wow. And the first thing that I said was, then why did he give them money to World Vision? He was supposed to give them money to me. I'm the one my family, the one who gave that money to get the place, But when I was saying that in my heart, God was whispering to me. God was saying, hey, Sonny, I know you lost your money, but didn't you say a prayer to me long ago saying, everything I have is yours, everything in me is yours. Use all that for your glory, God. Isn't it the prayer that you said to me? At that moment, I remembered when I was in high school, when I was passionate about the faith, God's love. I was like, God, everything that I have is yours. Everything in me is yours. Rest of my life, use it for your glory. I did say that prayer. And amazingly enough, God remembered. So I felt he was whispering to my heart, hey, everything you have, everything in you, mine. So I'll use it for my glory. I was like, oh, God, you remembered. I don't think I can give you any guarantee that like my, skill set or anything that I have, ambition will be used for, this church. I'll do my best. Yeah, I'm a kind of person who does his best when the situation comes. But if I just see myself, I'm so limited. I'm so short to be qualified in every area of my life. But I said that prayer. Everything that I have, everything in me, all yours, God. Use it for your glory. And I saw that he remembered. So, how am I going to lead this church, CIC, and other churches in our network? I'll do my best, but don't count on it. But see, let's hope and pray that God will continue to do his good work in me, through me, in you, in this church. We'll see how he's going to work because we know our God is faithful. Lastly, I like to share a photo. In the beginning of this year, once I became the final candidate to be a lead pastor, one of our staff came to me and said, on our website, they got to put out my info, bio info, and my photo to be co-lead pastor, on the website. I was like, okay. But I don't know how you think about me, but I'm the kind of guy, I'm kind of shy about putting myself out there. You see, I'm not a kind of person saying, okay, this is me. I'll be your lead pastor. I'm not that kind of person. So I didn't want to give the photo. They were asking me a photo. I'm like, I don't know what kind of photo I can give. I don't want to give them me like looking like this and I'm your new lead pastor. I don't want to do that. So I was looking at all the photos that I have and I picked one. I think this will fit. And this is the photo that I chose. This is a photo we taken from last year's our baptism ceremony in Riverside Church. But I love this photo. But I see our church people there celebrating. So I like that. I like that I'm not the only person in there. I want our church people to be in that photo, to be seen with me. Because without you guys, I'm nothing. I'm nothing. I'm no lead pastor. So I like this photo, me there, but all those church people. Though they are not you guys, they kind of symbolize you guys, okay? And we are celebrating. What are we celebrating? We're celebrating this baptism of this person. And that's what we are for. That's what lead pastor is for. That's what Riverside Church Network is for. That's what CIC is for. We gather to celebrate God's amazing grace and salvation for all of us. When one person turns to God, we say, hooray, that's great. And I want that to be seen here in this photo as a new lead pastor's photo. Dear CIC family, I love you guys. I love CIC. I've been pastor of CIC for like 12 years now, and I enjoy every single moment of it. And it is my great honor to be your new lead pastor. But I hope and pray that I want myself to be kind of pastor who's humble, but at the same time gospel-centered, at the same time appreciate you guys, this church. And I want you to pray for me that it's not me doing things, leading you guys, but like God was speaking to Joshua, I'm gonna do the work. Be courageous. I'll be the one getting things done, not you. I want the same prayer from you guys too. So would you this time pray with me? Would you please pray for me? And pray for this whole voting, that it may go in a way that pleases God. In His eyes, everything goes like, wow, this is great, It shows His grace, it shows His work. So please pray this whole process. I also want you to pray for me. If I get elected, I want you to pray for me that I can become the leader that who, if fears God, also be humbled in God's leadership. And again, also I want you to pray for this church, CIC, this awesome church. And I want you to, with one heart, pray for this church that we can be one in this whole process. And hopefully we can experience again God's amazing work in this. Would you please pray with me? Let's pray.